a little bit of backstory. I've only been in VRChat for so long, and I've been this stuff has been like fentanyl-laced crack porn to me. Um, and I've noticed that I've been spending like an average of 6 hours on this platform, even though I have a day job, and I noticed that I was missing out on a lot of life events, important news and stuff like that. And I don't want that to happen to you guys, you know? So I decided that before I do my regularly scheduled jokes for you guys tonight, I'm going to give you guys a SNL-styled news report. And just so we kind of stay with the real world that's out there, and we kind of, stay on top of everything. So, without further ado, here is your news report. The United States has launched airstrikes in response to a drone strike that killed 3 American soldiers in Jordan 2 days ago. Apparently, the 3 soldiers in question were of African American descent, which, personally, is not how we're supposed to start Black History Month.
What is your date of birth and age? Your full date of birth.
As you all know, yesterday was Groundhog Day. Punxsutawney Phil has cast No Shadow, meaning springtime will be coming early.
So we got an early spring! Yes!
That's right. We got ourselves an early spring. And if you noticed, Punxsutawney Phil was spotted with a new haircut and dyed blue fur. So furries obviously know that this indicates that he's single and a bottom. Actor Jonathan Majors has been fired from Marvel Studios from his role as Kang the Conqueror due to being found guilty of domestic violence. What has been considered absolutely unacceptable by most people has been referred to by my drunk uncle as method acting for Creed 4.
Would you like a drink?
The situation with Jonathan Majors and his ex-girlfriend has allegedly been attributed to a history of cheating between both parties. Rumors are currently circulating that Mr. Majors' role will be replaced with someone with only minimal infidelity and violence scandals. Mr. Iron Mike Tyson.
Turn down a little bit. What'd you say, kitten?
In the movie world, sneak peeks into the new Sonic 3 movie have currently surfaced. This includes voice acting news for the characters of Amy Rose and Rouge the Bat. I would typically have more information to share, but I can't pull up the headlines right now with my free hand. No reason, just can't. After the issue of Sonic's first design in the original movie, many are wary of an interpretation of Rouge the Bat. Although leaked images of Rouge's design have placed her square in between the categories of Auga and Humana, 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 Humana.
See another comedian who's actually competent.
I've taken half an edible.
Military news: tensions between the Texas Military Department and U.S. federal agents continue as the State Guard has decided to fly a come and take it flag alongside their state flag. As a Texan myself, I already plan on getting a tattoo of razor wire around the base of my dick. Now, who would like to roleplay as a Border Patrol agent? In lighter news, the 2025 World's Expo will be held in Osaka, Japan. The United States has announced their plans for a submitted pavilion design to be the, quote, embodiment of American spirit, celebrating innovation, openness, and global cultural exchange. How nice does that sound? With things going the way that they are with Texas's path to independence, they'll probably have to submit a pavilion design as well. Leaked designs for a Texas pavilion show a 3-story Buc-ee's, complete with a Whataburger, a Dr. Pepper test kitchen, free culinary classes on smoking brisket properly. I'm looking at you, New York. And a statue of Chuck Norris holding the severed head of El Chapo. And of course, in true Texas fashion, right next door to the pavilion will be an abandoned Planned Parenthood. This has been your Oni Bar news report. Thank you so much. Now back to your regularly scheduled comedy show.
Yo, let's go.
Don't mind my pauses. I'm just taking sips out of my Juneberry Red Bull spiked with some whiskey.
You sound good. Alright, you sound alright.
No, it's not too bad.
If y'all got drinks in the crowd, raise a glass to Oni Bar. Raise a glass to the great staff here, to Izuki, and some of the great performers we're going to have for you tonight. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
See, look at that. I'm so excited my tracking's going haywire.
Cheers.
So I got dumped recently for absolutely no reason. She just up and left without saying anything. I was hanging out earlier when I saw a friend of hers, and I asked her if she knew why my girl left me. And she said she didn't think I did anything wrong, and she always spoke so highly of me, you know? And I was like, well, if I didn't do anything wrong, then why did she leave me for someone else? And she said, you know what? I do remember something she said. She said that you were a great guy, but you weren't a bad dragon.
Damn.
It's all right though, because very recently I've met someone here in VR. We've been flirting back and forth, and I gotta say, just like a Scotch bonnet finding its way in baby formula, things are getting pretty spicy. But this person's special, because although I'd like to take it slow, I also like how we're kind of keeping things interesting, you know? Meeting her halfway, I guess you can say I want to get to know her at a medium pace.
Play with my balls.
that joke was dedicated to Sweet Life.
Sweet Life.
Aw, Sweet Life.
You fucking whore.
Who called me?
Tell me how big they are.
Oh, it's time to Sweet Life.
So in order to make more money doing comedy, I know that I have my cash tag in my bio and stuff like that. Tips are always appreciated to further the performances for you guys. But I found out another way to make money doing these comedy sets. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to include some paid advertisements in my set. Hope you guys are cool with that. I'll make it as subtle as possible. You guys won't even know that the advertisement's there. But, by the way, I digress. People are apparently still pissed off about rewriting characters with different races and different sexual orientations. Like, can you believe that, like, people are still pissed off about the whole Little Mermaid being black situation?
Oh.
And people are trying to, like, justify it and saying, like, oh, well, how could the Little Mermaid be black if the mermaids live in the deep sea and the sunlight doesn't go that far, so they would actually be fair-skinned. They wouldn't have dark skin. And my argument is mermaids aren't fucking real. But if they were, they could absolutely get that bronze color with the help of some bum's natural browning tanning lotion. Waterproof so it won't come off during swimming, even to the ocean floor. under the
Where's your full
sea.
date of birth and age?
It's also BPA free. That's a real product.
Yeah, but you need to give your date of birth. You need to give your date of birth, Jack.
Oh
The year.
my god.
Sorry if that joke was a little too topical.
Oh my
You mean
god.
tropical?
Got him.
I know you guys absolutely
I am
love
so glad I
hearing me
picked for
talk about
this.
sex as much as my therapist. But can I get political real quick?
Okay.
President Biden's health is seriously going. I genuinely worry about him. Like, you can't have any ground unleveled that he won't find a way to trip over.
Taylor, where's your
I feel like at this point, if Biden sneezes too hard, Kamala Harris becomes president. If you ask Biden more than 9 questions at a press conference, Harris becomes president. If you explain to Biden what ERP is, Harris becomes president. At this point, I think if Biden ever finds out that Kamala Harris is black, she becomes president.
You too.
And all of that is just his physical health. Mentally, I think he's already lost it too. I wouldn't be surprised if he thought Texas was still Mexican territory. $10, he can't handle the U.S. police brutality issue because no one told him that colored people are free now.
You're going 2004 with. Okay, enjoy your time.
Yeah, dating's been weird for me. It's absolutely sucked in the past. I've been getting as much attention sexually as a Duolingo notification. But, you know, none of that matters in a world where love ends can imitate the way that I felt when I was young, and I discovered that I liked coconut conditioner in the shower just a little bit too much. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you remember those long, hot showers with just an eager left hand and a dream? I'd imagine a waifu with a face like Hinata from Naruto and an ass like William Howard Taft.
I lost all imagination when you said left hand.
Knowing VRChat, there's probably like 20 avatars of that description already. And if there isn't, I'll finally have a reason to learn Blender. Just kidding. As if I can design with just one hand. Yeah, I know that last joke was pretty raunchy, I'll admit. Luckily, I've been able to cleanse my soul with VRChurch. Aside from all the Rindo avatars, it was an actual true-to-form church. Was distracted a bit by the priest's Halo avatar, though. They called him Pastor Chief. And for those of you who have grown up Catholic, you'll be pleased to know that VR church service isn't as bad on your knees. My fingertips hurt, though, from all the sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. And you know, for a moment, I thought everyone was ascending into heaven.
Comedian just as good as I am.
It was the most beautiful thing I had ever witnessed. Until I realized that I just still don't understand how VR Toolkit works. Alright, but just to be a little less nerdy, any fans of like the 27th release of Skyrim here? That game's everywhere. I'm pretty sure, like, when I retire, the senior home will have it available to play on my blood pressure machine. You know a game has a lot of potential with nerds? If there's an entire playthrough style that involves pacifist role-playing. You know what I mean? Like, you could play Skyrim just being a shopkeeper, or something peaceful like that. I've decided to start a playthrough where I'm role-playing an OnlyFans model.
Oh my god!
After realizing that the only way I could make money in the game was to steal from male NPCs, real life started to make a little more sense. And it's not like you can force any male character to tip you gold just for being hot. Although, in Skyrim, murdering a guy for a mysterious potion, a glowing rock, and a half-eaten apple typically has less ramifications than doing that same crime in Ohio.
As the Ohio man, ouch.
As a former Ohio man, fuck you.
It's okay. I'm not talking about like Columbus, Ohio. I'm talking about like Canton or Akron.
Oh, that makes sense. Perfect.
See,
Just say-
I see you. I see you.
Just say Painesville. We know who you're talking about.
Or Buffalo. I made the rookie mistake of taking 3 days off of VR because I was out of town.
Your age and date of birth?
I was out of town for a trip in Florida, and I was starting to get that itch, dude. Like, I'm really addicted to this platform.
Okay.
I was walking up to random people on the street at 2 a.m. and be like, hey, man, hey, can you hook it up with a low poly avatar? Let me clone you, man. Let me clone you, man. Be cool. Oh, come on, man. I just need a power bank for my headset real quick. God, oh, I'd do anything for some Wi-Fi right now, bro. Bro, please. I'll suck your dick. Oh, but it's alright. Found a stray cat by my apartment the other night. My two friends helped me take him in. Adorable little thing. My buddy Marco helped me get the cat cleaned up, and my buddy Wong made us some really good orange chicken. Kind of weird though. By the time dinner was served, the cat must have escaped. But I gotta say, the orange chicken was perfect.
Not now, but I used to. So I can send some. I can send it to you in Discord. Just I'll send
Classic.
screenshots and you can copy my settings.
I mean, it's not the first time I've eaten pussy, but it was an acquired taste.
So I would say the avatar calling.
Asian pussy's always an acquired taste.
Typically.
So I gotta.
You'll be hungry later.
I got a quick question for you guys in the crowd. Because like I said, I'm still pretty new to VR. But for those of you who have been on here for a good while, anyone else get anxious about how your avatar looks before ERP? Or are we just going to continue to lie to ourselves and everyone pretend that a Rindo with a jiggly ass is not what we're all looking at? I mean, come on.
Nope, I jerk off like a normal person.
Yeah. I mean, I had someone getting me, like, blushing so bad with flirting that I did a breath check on myself. Do you hear me, Oni Bar? I did a breath check. I am alone in my room with a headset on a Saturday night, and I did a breath check. That's... I can't say I've had phantom touch, but I think that's, like, the closest thing to it.
So if you have a lot of friends in there, then doesn't even matter.
By the way,
Phantom boner.
I've never tried ERP, but I feel like if I did, it would be realistic in one regard. I would still have the walk of shame afterward. Only difference, it wouldn't be in public. It would be right from my study room to the bathroom to take a shower. It's not as humiliating as a public walk of shame in real life, but you still have to make sure that your mess doesn't drip off your belly and onto the carpet, you know what I mean?
Calm down, C.K. Lewis.
But you know, at least if I feel like I can't last long with my partner, I can always fake out and pretend like, oh, my computer crashed, or something like that. Although, that technique might not work. That might give her the wrong impression. Because, you know, I don't want her thinking that I'm the sort of guy prone to viruses.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Anyways, guys, that's all the jokes I had prepared for you guys. You guys have been a fantastic crowd. It was good to perform for you guys, and I hope to be on the stage very, very soon again. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks, Amy Schumer.